live on Instagram, on the NTI page. We're live on the Hot 95.3 FM's page.
Now it's the time for us to unite.
We're live on the air.
Fed up about the fussing and fighting.
I know the vibe. Another Wednesday, another Midweek Mindset, another Full Clip Entertainment, another Uncle Sluggy. How you do, Uncle?
Manners, and respect. Greetings. NTI.org.bb. And before we start off, salutes to everyone taking part in BSAC finals this week. That is tomorrow and Friday.
Friday, yes.
Salutes to everyone taking part. I will be there, of course. We got a student or two representing Alma Paris Academy.
Right.
So you know Uncle gonna be there right through back in Alma Paris. Right through. Salutes to everyone on the outside. Right now.
Okay, now we are.
Everything crazy right now.
Right.
So all one of the youngsters out there, see youngsters got things right up on the skin. See youngsters want to move and walk a certain way, want to speak a certain way. I just want to tell the youngsters out there listening, no, come downtown. So I hear enough minivans locked on 95.3. The gang lifestyle ain't saying anything. The follow pattern lifestyle ain't saying anything. And this is the reason why it's banned out this violence too. Because enough of the time when men being violent, it's just because the gang program. You know what I mean? So boy telling them this body do me that. Or this body do me this. Man is getting stuck. He's my own man. The body can't program me. I still make a program you to give your life away. I want to say condolences to the family of the 13-year-old boy, young man, young gentleman who lost his life upon your ends. So condolences to all the communities, all the surrounding communities, and all the communities surrounding you too, Clip. You know what I mean? Keep it as steady as you can. Keep it as safe as you can. Prayers up. Anyone ask a question? I want to know when enough is enough. That's my question to Barbados. I want to know when enough is enough. Clip. That way I want to know.
Very naturally, yeah.
When is enough enough? The youngsters shooting boat, you get in court and get bail. Guns coming in, obviously, because they don't get met in Barbados. They are not made in Barbados. So it's obviously the guns coming from somewhere. None of the persons that are in charge of the security, the sea, the air and sea ports, in charge of securing what come across the waters, none of those people are held accountable ever. Ever. So we decided we can work with the community and the youth. We can work with persons that have influence. And Barbados complain. So that we working with criminals. We babying criminals. We encouraging criminals. So we ain't stopping the guns from coming in Barbados. We ain't holding none of the people accountable who's supposed to stop the guns from coming in Barbados. Neither do we want persons like myself to work with the youth that are violent or prone to crime. So you want to know from Barbados, what do we want? We want prayer and hope violence stop. This is the honest question, because they don't know, because we try everything. The court and jail ain't working. The police ain't getting it stopped. Who in charge of the air and sea ports ain't getting it stopped. And when they don't want me to work with the criminals, when they don't want me to work with the men that shooting boat, so the youngsters that shooting boat that violent, when they don't want me to work with them, because we shouldn't be working with the criminals. So I'm asking Barbados this evening, how do we get this violence to stop? And what do you all want? You want honest answer from anybody. 434 Hot.
That's 434-4688.
Yeah, 434-4688. I want the truth from one of you know what I mean? Because they get told enough times, man, you can't work with them criminals. You know what I mean? You should lock them up. Then the man getting locked up and 2 men back on the road. So what to do? When they don't want me to work with criminals, so I want to say I can't work with criminals. Be babying criminals, the police should lock them up. The back on the road quick. I ain't seeing nobody from the air nor the seaports getting locked up. So that means that guns could come in at will And nobody ain't getting locked up for none of the guns that are coming in.
Come on, Cole. I got somebody on the line. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Go ahead.
You asking for honest opinions? I think they should bring back hanging because there's no way that jail is so easy that these people want to go jail all the time. So it's no way this little boy should have lost his life. That's bare nonsense. And as a mother, I don't even have a boy child, but I ain't so much cahoot since morning time. That's nonsense.
Yeah, like, I know. You honestly feel hanging gonna be a deterrent?
My dog and kept all these boys left the guns and go to school and learn.
I look
That's because jail too easy.
I look at a couple
Jail
places.
got
I look, and that's something again research from next week, especially because mafia. I look at a couple places where they got hanging, and the violence is still be real high. Because if a youngster go out there shooting boat, right, that means that he ain't worried about who shoot he. So I don't feel that these youngsters nowadays afraid to die. Hanging just means you can get killed quick.
If you get catch.
Right, and I know if the youngsters afraid to die.
That problem there now.
You know what I mean? So that's
not true.
yeah, that might be the issue.
We gotta say cherishing life, like how we cherish life.
Yeah.
Pardon? Sorry.
Are we looking in the right direction? That's another honest question.
Woo! That is an honest question.
Right,
you see, you just asked. You see the question you just asked there on air, sister. Are we looking in the right direction? As simple as that may sound, mafia. As simple as that may sound. That's a serious question, sis. Because we might not be looking in the right place, and that's why I asked this evening. And they being honest with Barbados, what Barbados want. All right, you want the police to lock up the criminals, they get lock up, and then they back on the road quick. All right. So I say, so this ain't nothing talking about nobody do. This is what me, Uncle Sluggy, do that talking to you. I say, all right. Let me work with the youth that violent. When they shooting bout, they ain't keeping one in jail. The men hanging one to let you, sir. So let me work with them. Let me see if they can at least get them to stop shooting bout. Right? And the public every day on social media, on IG especially when the National Peace Program went through problems, people were saying, can't work with the criminals, when they taking money out.
That's not true though. Everybody deserves a second chance. We're not saying that everybody's violent and they're gonna be so forever. Certain people willing to change. The others don't care.
Listen, you are correct, but what I'm telling you is that if I had 1,000 comments, 999 was saying wanna taking all the money again to criminals. Even people in parliament get and bring up that issue. That get bring up in parliament saying that we taking money giving to criminals. No, the criminals, no. I'm not a police. Right. It's Rastafari. Right. So I ain't got no powers of arrest. So if they are not being kept in jail, they are not getting hanged like you say. The main, there's no accountability. Up to now, I ain't seen nobody from the ERC port and that already guns coming. I ain't seen none of people getting locked up. So I say as a Rasta man, in my power, I got influence. Let me work with people that shooting. If John's shooting, let me go and beg John to start shooting and see how can I help him if he could put in whatever program could put in. Right. And if he got influence over other shooters, let me see if he could bring in them together so we can get the place peaceful. As a result, crime get cut in half. You see the next time, because of that, politics get included, people getting complain enough, everything gets stalled. Then the violence went back double. You can't play politics with crime. You hear what I tell you, sis? You cannot play politics with crime. This is people's life.
Everybody. You can't please everybody. Then you got people that saying yes, they agree with you. Then you got people saying no, they ain't agree with you. But to me, as I know, say, you gotta figure out where the things coming from because it's illegal in Barbados. You can't go and buy a gun now in Barbados just so.
All right. You see what you're there, but still, people like you and I is who will get targeted. But what you just saying so powerful, it means that people that have the economic might, one, and the power two, to get these things in Barbados are the ones who bring in the guns. Can't be you and I. If I could bring in guns that really won't be on the radio, I'll be sipping wine in Malibu or Dubai. I just be honest, I got enough children. You know what I mean? I got children to support. I won't be on the radio, brother, man. I'll be somewhere relaxing on the beach, sipping a wine. If I could bring in guns. So obviously we know people that got the power. We know who in charge of these ports, whether it's air or sea or whatever. But none of them again hold responsible. And as a result, only us dying. As a result, it's only us that dying. Now let me give you a deeper story now. I was talking to this young man here to the right of me, MC Mafia Clip, who people out there is called Chicken. He tell me he doing enough things up, but he Let me come up there now, go all over Silver Hill, Guard Hill, Wharton, all over. He tell me, even places in Christchurch that I don't know his names. But he live up there. He come from up there. He said, all
I'm
right.
from up there too.
Good. So my man said we get we included. So all right, got another friend now named Onika. It's called she next. Live up that side. Want to create programs. Boom. Things get stalled. The may happen. Result, enough of the youngsters dead. I had another friend called Fabian, down Black Rock side near St. James side. He said he want to do something similar. Everything gets stalled, 3 youngsters get killed. We have to stop playing politics with crime. You know what I mean? And I ain't burning the fat on the body. So I ain't saying, man, this body, I ain't calling a boy name. I ain't
You
saying,
want me to say for you?
nah, because I honestly ain't doing that. I honestly want the solutions because my way, do they want my way? Do they want our way?
We got community outreach programs in all these areas, but these places always shut. So the people that run in these areas, what them is actually doing?
Yeah, and
get bills for sale.
right, and this is why it be vexed, right? This is why it be vexed. They don't want my way. They don't want you to do it your way, but still them can't do it because if them could do it, then would do it. Nobody in power can't come and tell me, man, we know to stop crime because if one of the know to stop crime, one would do it. But I could come and say and show evidence that if they had 50 murders, I could come and show how we had them down to 25. I could come and show that proof. Everybody in Barbados know in 2023, violence was down in half. But we working with criminals, so that gotta stop. This is people's life that we playing with, yeah. We on the midweek mindset, so we talking NTI.org.bb. NTI.org.bb. Sister, you see you from Christchurch, right?
Yeah, I from right there. Like,
Good.
I go a little girl and I go over one time my child to the nursery in Silver Hill because of all the things I've been hearing and seeing over the years.
You could listen. You could imagine that we living in a country, right? That somebody saying they don't want to take the child to their nursery.
But that's what
I refuse. I ain't care who vex, who fire me. Clip. I refuse to believe or accept that there's a Barbados that I can live in. Not me. If everybody frightened, not me, and no fear. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to accept that I have to live in a Barbados where a lady can call on air and said she's afraid to take her child to the day nursery. I ain't accepting that. Burn fire upon violence. Burn fire on violence. And all who playing politics are friends with violence. We ain't dealing with that there. There's people like a 13-year-old boy, a bright boy, a bright boy, highly intelligent boy.
To plan for his future or nothing, so and that's what really hurting, you know.
And what got me right, I ain't condoning violence, right? But men ain't even getting who the gun for. That's what hurt. That's the most hurtful thing. Men ain't even getting who the gun for. Man got a 13-year-old child.
Correct.
We ain't dealing with that,
but
sis.
Even men on the streets, I don't believe that they will respect this either because
nobody respect this. Nobody respect this. Don't care where you're from. I come from that life, baby. I live in the ghetto. I come from that life. Nobody can't tell me about this life. I live it.
But still, because you born and raised in ghetto, don't mean that you gotta carry the ghetto with you everywhere.
Direct. That what we talking about. You know what I mean? We accepting that mindset. You know what I mean? We changing mindset. Sis, thank you so much for calling. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you so much.
No
thank
problem.
you.
Have a good evening.
Yes, same to you, sister. NTI.org.bb. Let me fling some tune. Keep calling 434 hot.
You phone line the buzzing.
Well, let me go.
I had a show. I want to tell you saying I had a show that was doing a Saturday morning, 6 o'clock show.
Yeah.
Wait, then hope for the ghetto.
Yeah.
We got
you bring good, boy.
Hope for the ghetto. We got to talk to that man. Though. That is my guy.
You bring good, boy.
We got to bring you off that early morning shift. Bring you on at 3:30.
Listen,
it's a Steinfield. Steinmore night. I want Steinmore. That is the truth.
That's a good conversation.
That is my guy, boy. But what happened is, I ain't worked the 6 o'clock Saturday shift since January came, so I ain't seen it 3 months.
Yeah.
I need to see that man.
I guarantee that whoever listening, and you of course want to know who my fear mean.
Yeah.
Make sure to get he tapping. We want he on the range of show. 434 hot NTI.org.bb. We taking some calls. This is midweek mindset.
All right, then.
I am upset. Real talk.
One thing I like about Stanfield, though, one thing he's do is focus on positives, and he believe that the ghetto ain't what it seems. Understand? That man can come in here and he believe that the youth can make a change. Yeah, he's tied back to the youth in schools, doing well in creatives, and there's a lot of potential in the youth in the streets. It's just the direction that they go. I got somebody on the phone line here. Guys, good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good
Go
afternoon,
ahead.
ma'am.
Hey, Sluggy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Welcome to Midweek
Hi.
Mindset,
This
NTI.org.bb.
midweek mindset is very hurtful because a 13-year-old lost his life.
Yeah, it different
When
today.
Ronald Jones say the children had demons, everybody criticized them, but a demon is an unclean spirit, which is that you got to pray for children. You understand?
So then we get your children. So you believe that your children are getting prayer for, and that's the problem?
No, it is not. Because at the end of the day, look at it. Very 30s, going down to the 40s. When we were going to school, we had
thank you.
morning assembly. We had to get cool for morning assembly. No, nothing so don't happen. You used to have the DARE program. Nothing so don't happen. Religious education. Nothing so don't happen to teach you to fear God.
Yeah, everything
So
bothered me
there
today.
is
FLE, that family life education.
Yeah, family life
there is
education.
no
The DARE
education.
program.
Yeah.
Back
The
in
DARE
there.
program, you had everything.
Yeah, real
On the
thing.
morning, even if you
Compulsory
took
too.
a vacation,
Can't skip them ones.
compulsory group.
Can't skip
When
them
you
ones.
had 9 weeks vacation, you had the 7 days, you had the Salvation Army, you had majority churches
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
summer camp.
Yeah, it's
to
always
teach the
I can't. It's
children.
always I can't by
You
churches.
don't
It's
have
true.
nothing so now pertaining to the youth. When you were younger coming up, we can look at them and we neighbors have to speak to me, abuse them, cause they done. We either got a mouth full of blood from we mother and a double set of legs.
Yeah, like, I don't know why, right? I don't know why things is gonna happen, right? And it's gonna be real dread for somebody to look at you. I'll never forget like last year, sister. Like I ain't wanna make it about me, right? But BIM Got Talent, as you know, my youth platform, which is push me here all the time. The Caribbean Youth Development Council award us Youth Mentor of the Year. The whole year, you know. The project that get awarded the best project for the entire Caribbean we beat Trinidad and Jamaica, right? The project that get that award for the Caribbean get turned down in Barbados.
Well,
How can Sam be the best in the Caribbean but ain't good for Barbados? Get turned down. I working with Clip, who live at that side. I working with my man Fabian Gaskin, who live down Black Rock and St. James where the violence happens. So you working with violent people no say no and turn it down. But then it's supposed to come on here and then pretend. I don't understand what's going on. Like we playing politics with the youth, and that to me that's a cardinal sin though. Like I don't know what we want. Like why people gotta keep dying for we to then realize we need summer camps in the churches. We need youth programs in communities. We need these things to happen. Why must it be so?
it is true.
Or
But
is
you
it
know
is it we
they
believe
want-
that, is it, we
They
believe that we
want
can't save the
pastor
youth?
Or they want prophet bring the situation like what to do. Even then getting turned down. So it is also too. So it is like you got to do it within the church. So everybody's not going to always hear about it. You understand? But it is hurtful what is happening to you.
Right.
We can't bash them. We got to pray for them. We got to come together and pray for the youth. Because if we don't, we're going to lose them. And as mothers, young mothers and mothers of today, we are feeling it. It is hurtful.
All right.
Thanks, here. Thank you, sis.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This one touched my heart, man. Today we're celebrating the dedication and drive of young athletes who train hard, push their limits, and proudly represent their schools. They embody star Bajans with their persistence, passion, and pursuit of excellence. Call in and tell us who you admire as a young athlete or which school had the best chance. Big congrats to Springer Memorial. They got to salute Springer Memorial. Big congrats to Springer Memorial School on their real action win. Springer Memorial,
Big on the
salute
shout
to
out,
you. You know this is somber day. This is what we have. My favorite, what we have planned for today. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
but
big
Frank-
good stories coming here.
For any time you come in here, you don't know you the office script. You don't want to see nothing to do with what we originally planned. I ain't even tell you that. Just let you be.
They know me, but still calling to let me know we representing 434 hot. You know me, we'll still text some good news. But I really gotta salute the family and because I know how strong you are to Mafia, you know what I mean? And because I know where your heart is, I just had to give that support, you know what I mean?
good.
So it's all love. Call and let me know what school you're representing, what school can win, but I just saying it here now, Springer Combo America do the double.
I
Come
got
American wing
somebody
boys
playing
and
for
girls.
online
Well, let me
now.
go. Let me go. 434 HOTT first before we start. Let me know what school you're representing.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, blessings and prosperity.
Good afternoon. What school you're repping for the school
Man,
for
did you
beside?
ask the where?
Who?
Did you where?
Dayton Griffith?
Ask the where you done all this?
Yeah, that's good. You can get a little 5th or 6th place. That ain't bad. You can come in top 7.
Okay, for a sec, so you might, that's just about it out, man.
We mean so the River can win?
Yeah, I don't say we gonna win, but we gonna play.
My man, don't let Sluggy deter you, my man.
Okay, for a sec.
Yes,
I
that-
know my school ain't up in power. We can come third or fourth.
All right, we use a realist thing. The man realist.
That ain't real at all. It's Commerce Lodge Foundation. Go.
Projections.
Go.
Yeah, we don't know that spring. I got this thing,
All right, right.
regardless.
We're
We
gonna
don't
St.
know that.
Michael.
Dang.
St. Michael School. We start there, Martin.
Been last spring I win school sports.
Yeah, spring is the only girls' school that has come and locked down everything every year, brother.
Right. So you want to know what's happening on air? People is doing follow school sports. Right. People is doing follow school sports the more. Springer, Amos, even in top 2. You went school. You follow school sports last year. I know ball up on air. You follow school sports last year.
I ain't followed it last year.
I-
didn't follow it last year.
Because-
There is not the year, it is the day, you know. You know
Aye.
when you're playing that same time with football, when you're playing football, it don't be the team, you know, for that timing. That thing is going
Right.
to show.
You know how sports is go already.
Right. I agree.
You understand?
I agree. If it's a one game in football, anybody could win. If it's
Same thing with sports.
right, but if
Same
it's
thing with sports.
here we're telling you, if it's a series, the best team can win. What you there saying is not true for sports, and they want everybody there listening to the youngsters. That's saying that we just here, but it ain't true. Who prepare the most and who prepare the best is always win. Not who
It's
come
still
and
the
not,
middle?
not who come and hope to win on your day.
Nah, I ain't hoping. You know, hope and pray. Others work.
Hope
sometimes.
and pray. Hope and pray.
But faith and endurance is what's coming, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But
Yeah,
I got
man.
a
Can't
foundation.
argue with that.
I say my school yet, but I got a foundation for this one. Cause foundation do a little damage.
Yeah,
They don't watch it.
foundation can come in the top 2 or 3 for sure. But right now, sadly to say, Commerce like
Damn, I said
so
sadly.
far. Yeah, because Commerce right now in the boys and girls so far ahead.
You is a Comerian.
Nah, I ain't saying none of these for the school sport. I ain't saying none of. I don't.
Yeah, sports, man.
I'd be against Commerce, but I went to all the zones. Like I being real. I went to all.
Years back in school, even after losing, after coming in back, you race, you back your school.
That's 2 different arguments. I back in my school. I being real. I back in my school no matter what. But if me and Mafia went in a race, Mafia can win.
It's true.
Like,
I'm not talking about it's true too.
Mafia.
Mafia's a man that do the exercise.
Yeah,
I'm fit to all.
Like, yeah,
But don't care. Like if faith alone used to work, you know how much things would change. If faith alone used to work, you know how much things be better than been.
I agree, but I disagree too. I agree, but I disagree.
Well,
so
let
you
me-
know what I would say?
Uh-huh.
I agree to disagree.
Go. Talk to me. Phone is getting hot and I love it. Talk to me.
Look at this thing now, right?
Yeah.
You got some situations where you will tell yourself the underdog, cheese, don't boy, I ain't got no faith in this one. And quick, so the underdog can't find back. And left you in Potter.
I love that.
Looking at it like, well, I can't believe that.
Optimistic.
That boy can't all in back, I mean.
I love that.
All right.
I love that. Salutes to you.
Pick up yourself.
Sports performance.
This thing.
Yeah, salutes to
Hi,
you.
boss.
Sports performance. Analytics specialization 4 months. You hear that? Sports performance analytics specialization 4 months. University of Michigan. Sports marketing 14 hours. Northwestern University. I love all these courses. Absolutely free. Sports and society 12 hours. Duke University, and that's who running basketball right now. The science of training young athletes. Listen to this. The science of training young athletes. 18 hours. University of Florida. When you follow NTI at Star Beijing, that is Star with 2 R's on IG, Facebook, X, and TikTok, even LinkedIn and YouTube. You'll see course highlights, motivational posts, and information on our latest campaigns. Join our online community to stay updated. Join our online community to stay updated. Flexible learning NTI courses, are accessible anytime, anywhere, and on any device. Learn at your own pace, whether you're at home, at work, or on the go. When you hear that, learn at your own pace, whether you're at home, at work, or on the go. Large course library. Listen to this now.
Right.
Because I was giving a number. What's the number I was giving? How much course is?
Damn, 10,000.
Good. You want to hear this here now?
Got something add on?
Here we go. No, I know Barbados.
Was that your passion?
Large course library with over 13,000 interactive courses available. Yes, I said that right. With over 13,000 interactive courses available, you can dive into engaging video content across a wide range of subjects, all designed to enhance your learning experience. Plus, there's no limit to the number of free courses you can take. You can take 10,000 courses if you want to. Internationally recognized certificates when you complete each NTI Coursera course. You receive a certificate that internationally recognized from partners like IBM, Google, Berkeley, Yale, and several other universities and organizations. I absolutely love it. NTI grants free access to quality education, mafia. All NTI Coursera online courses are free for everyone in Barbados.
$3.99.
Yeah, everyone in Barbados. That's unlimited access to thousands of courses taught by industry experts, including local, professional, and international educators from over 200 top universities worldwide. Over 200 top universities worldwide, ensuring you get the best education possible at absolutely no cost. As absolutely no cost. NTI.org.bb. And again, from the NTI, from us, from Mafia, Uncle Sluggy, Rock, Tamar, Doc, and everybody, we want to congratulate Springer girls for winning the competition, and salute to Smoke Factory, for doing it.
What did you put my name in now?
We congratulating Springer.
All right, we have you said, buddy.
Because you ain't saying much, you can't congratulate them.
I ain't prophesying, I'm a prophet.
Nah, not the sports, the clown, not the sports, the chant competition that had them in the chant competition.
I thought you know you was a funny man.
Look, what a make sort that with the school.
I'm serious, but you're prophesying like a minute of one.
Nah. And it's Friday, not tomorrow. But no. What I'm congratulating Springer for, they won the chant competition. You know they had the school's chant competition.
Blue
Reaction.
I think Blue 22 wrote the song for them.
Correct. And she's a former student as well.
Yes.
Reaction. Springer girls is reaction. Reaction. Springer girls is reaction.
NTI
is reaction.
Maybe mindset.
Reaction. Reaction.
Come back next week for
reaction. Big up Gabby here doing bars so that she went Springer. I could tell she went Springer. She here doing bar, pushing back, walking up, stinking all that there. Like, salutes to every single one on the outside, locked on, listening. Hot 95.3 FM. When I don't know what Uncle Sluggy stands for, they kind of come on here unless I address a few things. And thanks to the NTA for letting me do that. But to the family again, our sincere condolences, sincere condolences, and to the powers that be on the outside, stop playing politics for crime, politics and crime. Doing Mitch good is like oil and water. Stop playing politics for crime and lives. This is real lives out here. NTI.org.bb every single Wednesday at 3:35 p.m. on the nation's #1 station, Hot 95.3, with now upgraded from 10,000 to 13,000. Over 13,000 free courses. This is your boy Uncle Sluggy. Follow NTI Star Beijing Star with 2 R's on all social media platforms. This is your boy Uncle Sluggy, MC Mafia. And I'm out.
We outside.
To equip every Bajan with the knowledge and skills to be citizens of good character, confident and creative. Bajans achieving excellence, competent in a digital world. Smart Barbados, we are aiming for every man, woman, boy, and girl. Make the country brand new. Start the journey today. Log on to training.nti.org.bb.